and welcome back to my channel. It's a very grey and dreary day today, so apologies if the light is a bit weird because there is no light, so I've got to use my ceiling lights and they make me look very yellow. But anyway, if you are new here, hello, my name is Caroline. I post all sorts of content on my channel, ranging from food recipes, smoothie recipes, as you'll see today, day in the life vlogs, what else, all sorts of stuff. So if that sounds interesting to you, please do hit subscribe, and if you fancy, hit the bell notification button. Why not? And then follow me on Instagram as well if you like to see what I'm up to on a daily basis. I'm always posting stories over there. So yes, without further ado, let's get into what this video is about. So today I'm going to be sharing with you smoothie recipes that are suitable for little people. I don't know about you, but my son Ellis, who is nearly 18 months, has become quite picky with food. He is a very good eater. I'm very lucky that he does eat most of what we give him, but for example, some vegetables he will spit out instantly or just completely avoid. So these smoothies I'm going to be making, some of them do have hidden vegetables in them that you can't taste, which is great. Obviously as well, if you don't fancy giving smoothies as a drink, you can also freeze them into lollipop molds and give them to babies and toddlers as a little ice lolly. So without further ado, let's get into the first recipe. So the first smoothie recipe is going to be a cold-busting smoothie. Obviously this time of year colds are everywhere. Ellis goes to nursery and he is always coming home with a new cold. It's very annoying, I must say, but I guess it's good for their immune system. I guess that is a plus. If I want to put a positive spin on it, I guess that's what I could say. But anyway, this smoothie here is packed full of vitamin C and all that good stuff, and it is super tasty as well. So the things you'll need for this smoothie are 2 oranges, obviously very high in vitamin C, a banana, mango and pineapple, about a handful each. You don't have to use frozen, it's just I find it easier. A big handful of each, I would say. Some dairy-free milk. We use oat milk because it's been fortified with iodine and calcium. Obviously you can use any, I would say dairy-free milk because I don't know how dairy would work in this. So I would say dairy-free milk, or you could use coconut water or regular water if you don't have a dairy-free option. About half a tin of coconut milk. This is just regular coconut milk. You could probably get reduced fat if you fancied it. If you didn't know, coconut milk is actually really, really good for you. It's good for your immune system. It's full of like healthy fats and things like that. This is just an organic one that I just happened to pick up because it's on sale. I usually just use your bog standard coconut milk. And then the 2 things that you're probably a bit worried about, you're going to use a teaspoon of turmeric. Turmeric is amazing for your health. It's got anti-inflammatory properties to it. And then to make absorption better of turmeric, I'm going to add a black pepper. You can't taste this at all in the smoothie, so don't be alarmed. But black pepper and turmeric combined is the perfect combination for inside your body, if you didn't know. But yeah, you can't taste it, so don't worry, you're not gonna have a peppery drink. I'm just gonna bung all the ingredients into the blender and then whiz it up. I should add actually, I'll put all the ingredients and the amounts in the description box below, just to make things easier for you. Not that much, not a heaped teaspoon, just a little bit of a teaspoon. Done. Oh, I love this one. And like I said, you cannot taste the turmeric or black pepper at all. So, highly recommend this one. We have this smoothie for Ellis. Sitting down. You gonna have a drink? You a fan? Another day, another smoothie. So today's one, you're not going to believe me when I say what one of the ingredients are. So this recipe is going to be a chocolate peanut butter recipe. Obviously very nice. Everyone likes chocolate peanut butter because it's delicious, and if you're allergic to peanuts, I'm sure there are other nuts you could use. Sorry, I don't know much about allergies. But anyway, so you're not going to believe what random ingredient I'm putting in my chocolate peanut butter smoothie. Frozen cauliflower. Yes, I am. You can't taste it. It's fine, it's delicious. Cauliflower is filled with vitamins and stuff, so therefore it's good to add to smoothies, and your toddlers, your kids, won't have an idea that it's in there, so it's perfect. So yes, let's get into making this recipe. So for this recipe, you need some frozen bananas, some syrup. I'm using golden syrup, frozen cauliflower. We're not going to use the whole bag, don't worry. Some plant milk, peanut butter. I would say natural smooth is better, but I realised I only got crunchies. I'm hoping my blender can blend up the crunches. Oops. And some cacao powder, very good for you as well. So yes, let's just bung it all in. Like I said before, all the measurements and all the ingredients will be in the description box below. So let's do this. Big old handful of cauliflower. Oop. That's now done. I know I didn't mention this before, but obviously all natural peanut butter is super good for you. I mean, I think all peanut butter is good for you to an extent, as long as it's not got too much added sugar or salt. But peanut butter is super good for you, cauliflower is super good for you, cacao powder is good for you, bananas are good for you. What else I had in there? Like oat milk or plant milk is super good for you. So basically the only bad thing in here is 1 tablespoon of golden syrup. And let's be serious, in all of this, 1 tablespoon, you're not even going to notice in there. Also, something I forgot to mention was reusable pouches. If you have reusable pouches, these are a really good way to get smoothies into your little ones. This is the one I have, is from the company called Bello and Me. I will link them below. I know there's lots of different types though, but all I do is just fill up this pouch here from the bottom and then seal it and give that to Ellis, and then he will just have a pouch full of smoothie to save the environment and to get the smoothies into your baby without causing mess, if you don't want to bother with a glass, or if you don't want to give him a lollipop because it's a little bit too cold for lollipops at the minute, isn't it? Let's try the cauliflower smoothie. Let's get me a straw. Can't taste cauliflower in that at all. That just tastes like banana and peanut butter and chocolate. It's a good one.
Is that good? You like literally next to the whole thing.
Another day, another smoothie. Excuse my completely no makeup to face. I feel like I look a bit like a vampire, but I do have eyebrows. Just couldn't be able to put makeup on today. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Today is green juice time. And I don't know about you, but I've made many a green juice in the past and all of them have been disgusting because I just haven't done it right. I've just sort of just thrown everything into a blender and hope for the best, and that doesn't usually work, especially if you mix things like blueberries and spinach together. It just turns the smoothie into like this horrible brown colour and it's not very appealing to look at, and the taste is always a bit off. So I've got a new recipe which works a lot better. And it's very easy, except for one thing, which was my mistake because I don't know why I did it, but I bought a whole pineapple from Asda. Don't know why I bothered. Frozen pineapple is a lot easier, and cutting up a pineapple is a pain in the bum, so that's what we're working with. So for a green smoothie, I use kale or spinach. Today I've got some kale, but like I said, spinach works just as fine. I've got 2 very sad sticks of celery. Look at them, they're all bendy. So I need to use them. You can't taste the celery, so don't be scared of it. And if you have any sad celery in your fridge, shove it in your green juice. I'm going to use half a cucumber, not with the plastic on, obviously. A banana, a whole pineapple, or frozen pineapple would be a whole lot easier. I wouldn't recommend using tinned pineapple because that's, I think that's too sweet for a juice. Apples, but I haven't got any apples, so I'm going to use apple juice. If you do use apples, then use water as well, but as I'm using apple juice, I'm not going to be using water. And seeds, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of chia seeds in this smoothie. You don't have to use seeds, you could use flax seeds if you fancy that instead. But yeah, I'm going to put some chia seeds in there because they're super good for omega-3, which is a very important nutrient that everyone needs. I'm using apple juice from concentrate, which probably isn't the best for this smoothie. I would highly recommend probably using natural apple juice, not from concentrate, but we're working with what we've got here, and this is what we've got, and it's going to be fine. It's just not going to be as naturally apple-y. Is that a word, apple-y? Well, I can't even open it. Right, here we are, 250 ml. Fun fact, if you ever use flax seeds, make sure it's always ground, because if you use whole flax seeds, your body doesn't absorb them, so it's pretty pointless even bothering to eat them. So you must make sure you ground them up. Not sure if it's the same with chia seeds, but righty-ho, that's that one done. There's nothing frozen there, is there? So it's not going to be super cold, which is a shame. That's nice, but maybe using a fresh pineapple wasn't the best thing to do, because it's made it a bit more thicker than say maybe frozen pineapple is. Who knows? Anyway, it still tastes nice. Definitely needs to be in the fridge for a bit, because obviously if you don't use anything frozen, it's a bit warm, which is never the nicest. But realistically, it's got a lot of kale in there. You want to spend the time like chopping up the kale so it's not got any of the stems and stuff in it, and that might make it a bit thinner, but it is a bit thicker than your usual smoothie. So I'm going to give this to Ellis now, not this exact glass because obviously it'll go everywhere, but I'm going to go give this to Ellis because he really likes this, and obviously kale is packed full of calcium and all sorts of vitamins, so he's definitely more likely to drink this than he is to eat kale. It is such a cold, grey, dreary day today. Ugh, I hate days like this. It's just miserable out there. It's cold, don't like it. I'm gonna make a juice. So today's juice doesn't have much in it at all, but it's super good for you. So let me show you what we got. We have got some beetroot, some frozen cherries, some milk, cinnamon, syrup, and chia seeds. I'm not the biggest fan of beetroot, and so I try to like it by putting it in juices. Obviously, it depends on how much you like beetroot. You can use half a beetroot, a whole beetroot, or even more than one if you wanted to. I'm sure you can also use the vacuum-packed beetroot. I prefer to use a fresh one because the stalks are packed full of nutrients as well as the actual beetroot itself. Beetroot is an amazing vegetable. It's packed full of all sorts of stuff, and especially iron, which is obviously a nutrient that can be a bit tricky for everyone to get. I know so many people that are anemic, vegan and non-vegans. So yeah, this is a great way to add a bit of an iron boost to your day without having to consume like loads of spinach and stuff. So yeah, let's get going. I'm just gonna do one beetroot because I would like to do more than one, but I haven't got the stomach for it. You can also just do half, like I said, if you're really not the biggest fan of beetroot, or you can just do one small one. It's up to you what you'd like to do with that. You know your limits when it comes to beetroot. And drinking it. That's the thing, you've got to drink it, it's not just eating it. Oh, elastic band is so tight. Cut the root off it. Give it a rinse. Just gonna cut this bit off, just because I feel like this bit here is like very muddy and I don't fancy drinking mud. And then we're doing a handful of cherries. Frozen is obviously good if you want a cold drink straight away. These should be pitted, aren't they? Okie dokie, let's go. Okay, let's have a go. Doo-doo. This one's quite beetrooty, but it's not that bad actually. I usually would use like half a beetroot, but I figured it's easier to use a whole beetroot than cutting up half a beetroot, because then what are you going to do with the other half in the fridge? Just use the whole thing. And actually, although you can taste the beetroot, it's not super earthy. So yeah, but the cinnamon does cancel out a lot of the beetroot taste, so it's nice. I recommend using frozen cherries because if this was warm, I don't think that'd be very nice at all. Well, let's have Ellis try it, and then he'll be the true judge of whether or not it is nice or not. Well, nice.